Hello everyone, this is Gray51 and welcome to another episode of Quest for the GraviChest. So, you can see my quarry here has done some digging. It's definitely not all the way down yet, and those pools of water that we had there before, they've spread out. I haven't added a single piece. So, let's get my stuff back on here. I think it is back down to about, let's see, I think it's around Y48, Y49, somewhere around there. Y49. So, we have been getting a ton of resources from this, and it has been awesome. I have moved these chests, or all the items in these chests, I think 4 or 5 separate times. And you'll notice, I mean, they are definitely filling up. Lots and lots of stuff. So, I'm going to go ahead and grab some of this, because why not? At least all the good stuff, right? So today, we're going to work on getting ourselves upgraded as far as our power situation goes. So, one of the issues that I am having with my system right now is that anytime that I need power, I need to go ahead and put in more cans into my system and go into the nether and wrench my engine. That's something that we're going to fix later, not today. But I want a back supply of lava. I want to be able to just turn on my engines anytime that I want to and be able to use everything. So that is one of the 2 upgrades we're going to do today. The other one we're probably going to do first is our redstone energy conduits. I think I've talked a little bit about these guys before, but these guys are pretty awesome. They are from thermal expansion, and they will work with all of our thermal expansion machines and any buildcraft machine for that effect as well. So they're really kind of a neat deal. A couple of the benefits are things like they don't blow up, unlike my golden conductive pipes, which have blown up on me, I want to say 3 or 4 separate times. They also will each individually store 1000 MJ of power, which is pretty cool. And the other thing is that they can communicate between thermal expansion engines and machines. So if I have my pulverizer and my furnace running, the engines will only run as fast as they need to power those guys. So it's going to be a really cool setup, and I've got a lot of stuff already planned. But one of the things that I have done is I have moved my bookcases, filled them all out, and the reason they're in this configuration is because I added an add-on. I needed, since I've had this quarry running, I have needed a lot of extra space. So I have built some of these guys. These are barrels, and barrels are really cool. They're from factorization. And so the way that barrels work, let me get some of this stuff away here, just for the time being. To put some items into a barrel, or let's first talk to take them out. All you have to do is left click, and it drops a stack. They can hold each a 64 stacks of one particular item. So like this guy is full of cobble. Same thing with that guy. This guy is full of sandstone, sand. So a lot of stuff. And that all went into my digger's backpack. Now to place stuff into these barrels, all you have to do is right click. Now if I double right click, it automatically takes every piece that it can fit in there and put it in my inventory, or in the barrel. So that is really cool. Really good for mass storage of stuff. You know, like here I've got, tons of dirt. Don't really need all this, but it's just a good way to store it. Thing is, I have got a lot of cobble extra than this as well. I mean, tons of cobble. So we are going to have to find a way to deal with that. That we will do next episode. But for this episode, like I said, we are going to start off by making our redstone energy conduits, and everything for that is in here. That and everything else. So we're going to start off by making these guys. So we are going to need electrum ingots and hardened glass. Now hardened glass I've already told you guys how to make, so I'm not going to go over that again. But these electrum ingots, I have found that having a blast furnace is really awesome, because because the way you can make electrum ingots is you come into your blast furnace, you put 1 piece of gold, 1 piece of silver, and you get 2 electrum ingots. So that's a pretty good deal. There are other ways of getting electrum blend and all sorts of things like that, but I think that's easiest since we already have that set up. So we take these guys, we throw them on our crafting table, just like this. with some hardened glass, and we get these guys, energy conduits, empty. So redstone energy conduits need to be filled with redstone. These guys are not. So give me just a moment, guys. I'm going to drop off some of this stuff. Yeah, I need to start running this, but you know, I haven't yet because I am out of power. No more lava. So this is exactly what we're going to try and fix. Whatever. So, yeah, so now we have these empty energy conduits, but we need to fill them with redstone. Now, the way that we do that is not by putting them in your crafting table with some redstone. That would be a little bit too easy. No. So since these guys are from thermal expansion, we are going to need a new thermal expansion machine, which is exactly why we have stuff right here. The new machine that we are going to need is a magma crucible. Let's take a look at that. So magma crucible. What this guy is responsible for is melting stuff down. So he can melt down a couple of different things like cobblestone and netherrack. They will be melted down into lava. Can melt down ender pearls. I don't know if this is actually part of this one. Yep, tesseracts are in here. So this is another really cool, awesome advanced stuff is tesseracts from thermal expansion, but we're not going to worry about that. But that needs liquid ender pearls and then redstone. It can melt down redstone into liquid redstone, which we can then use to fill our redstone energy conduits. So we are going to make our magma crucible, which I have all the stuff for that right here. Oh, forgot that last piece of copper. Give me just a moment. Come on. Yep. Alright. Alright, guys, give me just a moment while I relog to get this all taken care of. Alright, so yeah. Take our bucket, our nether brick, our machine frame, our copper ingots, and our redstone reception coil, and we get a magma crucible. So we're going to take this guy and place it down right there. So this guy, yeah, we just need some power over here. Now this, you'll notice, takes quite a bit of power. That's 36,000 MJ. This guy is 4,800, or 2,400 even. So this guy takes a lot of power. So it's not exactly the most efficient thing, but it's definitely something that we need. So we can go through, we can put our redstone in here. It's going to melt it down and put in some liquid redstone over here. Cool stuff. So let's get some redstone. Not in there, in here. Cool. Redstone. That ought to do. Maybe more than I need, I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. But I need to supply it with some power. So, an issue I am still having is ender chests, when I crash, eat all of my cans up. So I've been using a lot of tin for that, but I have found a different resource that will work as well. So if I come in here, and I get out this stuff, aluminum. I know I've got some more, in here. So aluminum is added by Zycraft, so there's not much that's actually being used for it right now. But if I take this stuff and I put it in a little semicircle like that, it will give us aluminum cans. So we can use these guys to do the rest of our work. So we're going to go ahead and plug these guys on in. I did fix all of my chunk loading. I had some chunk loading issues inside the nether. They weren't being chunk loaded. And I think the reason why was because I had it sitting underneath a lever, and I think that was disabling it. I may be wrong. I'm not sure. But we should be seeing some full lava cans coming back. So big thing is, though, when you are using something like this, the just regular cans that I was using, they aren't coming back in this way. Which means that we don't have power running over there, which means our engine is probably overheated. Like I said, problem we're going to fix here real soon in the future, but just not in this episode. But yeah, you don't want to mix these cans with the old ones, because they don't stack together, obviously, since they have different item IDs, so your machines will not use all of them until the old ones are done, and it just kind of creates a mess. So just stick to one of them when you do this, so that way you don't have to worry about it. How's my jetpack doing? We're running a bit low, but I've got another one sitting in my canvas bag. Oh yeah. Love that canvas bag. So you'll notice around here we are starting to get, you can see where the pump is pumping from. It goes from the furthest point out that it can on in. So we still have, quite a few things there for us. So, yep, it's got the cans. And I could have sworn I put more than that in. Oh, no, I didn't. I just put the one stack. But yep, here's our problem. Like I thought. So let's go ahead and grab out our wrench. Give it a good whack. Turn this back on. And we're ready to go again. Yep, so definitely an issue that we have here. So we're going to want to solve this here in the future. We're going to do it with some Buildcraft gates, which are going to be pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited about this. But you can see I did get this all set up with Ender Chest as well. This is where I moved my chunk loader instead of being right here underneath this redstone torch. And everything seems to be working pretty darn smoothly. So let's go ahead and come on back here. So yeah, we're going to get power, we're going to get our magma crucible all going, and then thing is, the magma crucible just creates the liquid. I can't fill these redstone energy conduits from the magma crucible. For that, we're going to need another thermal expansion machine. Fortunately, one we have already made 2 of, and that would be a liquid transposer. I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I've been having a lot of crashing, and reason is because of Optifine and me installing too early. I found out the reason exactly is because the Minecraft pack was meant to run on Minecraft Forge version 5.15. But this newer version of Optifine requires 5.18, and the older versions do not work. So I am currently on that, but that definitely creates some instability with the with this whole thing. So it is what it is. But so I actually had a secondary crash in there, and after you guys came back, and I forgot to put on my mic, so I did craft up some of the things we will need next, which is our iron tank walls, valves, and gauges. So the iron tank walls, the iron tanks are all made from, well, let's go ahead and pull it up. So yeah, these 3. Iron tank wall are made from iron plates. 4 of them gives you 4, so that's kind of easy. These iron plates are made in a rolling machine. If you take 4 iron ingots, that will give you 3 iron plates. The tank gauges are just glass panes, and for these guys. And the valves include some iron bars and a lever. So these 3 are key to going and making our stuff. Now I realize I made extra, a lot of extra. More than I was expecting, and I'm okay with that. Because I know these are definitely going to be something we're going to use. Iron tanks can store liquid, and not just lava. That's the beautiful part. And the way that they work is that you have to place a frame of iron walls around. So, like this. Also, up here. This part, and down here. So this is what is required from your iron tank walls, no matter what. Now these iron tanks can be in a ton of different sizes. The base has to be at minimum 3x3. I have a 5x5 here. They can go 7x7 or 9x9. Pretty awesome. They do have to be in a square. They have to be at least 4 blocks tall. So 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, mine is 5, so I've got a 5x5 cube here. They can go all the way up to 8 blocks tall on any one of those base sizes. So the way you can tell how much liquid this is going to store is if you take the length of it, the width of it, so in this case 25, by the height, which is also 5, so therefore it's 125, and you multiply that by 16. So in this case, we will get 2,000 buckets stored in here, which is awesome. But the largest ones can store over 10,000, if not even more, like crazy amounts. 20,000 actually, I think. But once you have this frame up, the rest is really up to you. You can have iron tank walls, you can have tank gauges. Now the reason you would want gauges is because they're clear, so you can actually see what's going on. And actually I'm going to replace this block here. So we're going to be doing some gauges over here as well, because these are places we're definitely going to be seeing. I'm not going to block myself in just yet. But like for the bottom here, I'm not going to be going underneath my tank, so I don't mind making these out of tank walls. And same deal on these sides. At any point, I can break the tank. It will look like it has lost all of its liquid, but in reality, the tank data is stored in this block, the very middle one of the bottom. So as long as that's not the block that you break and you reassemble it all, your liquid will still be in there. So if I want to expand up, I can break these blocks and do that. So that's not a big issue. Alright, so the last part here is going to be putting in our valves. Now the valves are extremely important. They have to be on at least this bottom 2 levels, so I could put it anywhere in this base here. Remember, the frame still has to be iron tank walls, so I can put it anywhere in this kind of middle 3x3 base, or anywhere on this second level. The center does have to be hollow, but you need them sitting here in order to drain liquid out. Now I can have them higher up to put liquid in, it just will not be able to drain out that way. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to place this guy, and when I place this last one, it should go through. Yep, and actually I already did it. You'll notice that these now have floor-to-ceiling glass, and if I right-click on it, as long as I don't crash, I should see us getting 2,000 buckets. But instead, I think I'm going to crash. Okay, well this may be an issue for us. I am not sure, so give me just a moment, guys, and I'll be back. Alright, guys, sorry about that, but as you can see here, it says we can store 2 million. Now that is in millibuckets, so that you take off the last 3, therefore 2,000 buckets of lava. So since I've crashed a couple of times here, you'll notice my ender chests have absolutely nothing, and I've actually put 2 stacks in here, so every time that I crash, every time we see me losing stuff. Kinda sucks. So, this may be something I may open this basement up a little bit more to kind of show this off, but for the moment this is good. So we're going to go grab some liquid ducts. We're going to connect this guy on up, make this a little bit prettier, all work a little bit better. I am really excited about this. Let's make sure that everything here is needing energy. And let's take a look at our energy conduits. We don't have enough redstone. Let's fill the rest. Well, 16 may be enough for me, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this for the moment. Let all the energy filter out. And we are going to replace these guys. Then we're going to get back to our iron tank. Alright, now you'll notice each one of these guys has a little blue part by them. This is kind of like the direction that we are going as far as the stuff is concerned. Because if you'll notice it's kind of like a little arrow pointing down, and this is pointing in. So we want it to come in from here, but we want it to come out from here. So you just take a wrench or a crescent hammer. Crescent hammer is what is from thermal expansion. I think that's actually what you need to manipulate these guys. Let's take that, and now we should be getting power again. You'll notice the blue on the front lighted up there, and so now this is much more efficient. These aren't ever going to blow up. It's really nice. I don't want them blowing up. Each individual one will now store 1,000 Minecraft joules per tick, which is also awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and replace this back. Beautiful thing. All charged up. Is there nothing coming in? Yep, maybe I took everything out of that. So I can go ahead and shut these guys down. But here's the good part, is that nothing is going to explode if I accidentally left them on. And that's just such a nice thought for us. So, liquid ducts. Let's go ahead and grab some of them. All right, there we go. All right. So, what's nice about the crescent hammer, now these liquid ducks, they do take a lot to break. But if you hold down shift and you right click on them, they just instantly pop off. It's kind of a neat deal. So I'm going to go ahead and just pop some of these guys off. And some of these guys as well. Oh, come on. Come on, there we go. So I should... Come on. Oh, maybe my engine in the nether again. It's a very good possibility. Okay, there's nothing in either of those, so... Anyway, so we're going to be inputting up here. You know, I think I may want up there to be an output for us. Alright, sorry about that. That one actually was definitely my fault. My backup started running, and that will definitely do it when you're recording in 1080p. Oh, and it looks like my jetpack right now. But, fortunately, I have an MFE sitting right here. And a spare one in my canvas bag. At least I thought I had a spare one in my canvas bag. Well, luckily it ran out here. Don't know where that went, but okay. Alright, let's go ahead and put this on. So, I think I am going to replace this block right here with another valve. Now you'll notice when I do that, that does break our multi-block structure, but right back and we're good to go. So yeah, this will be our input. This is going to be an output for over here for all of my magmatic engines. And that's not a valid output spot now that I think about that. So we're going to go ahead and break these guys as well. We'll make the output down here. But just so we have separate stuff. Alright, there. Up there. This block. And then bring this one over. Cool. So yeah, output from there. We're going to take this output. And we're going to run it. Well, I guess that will work. Up here. Into there. So that's going to be awesome. And then finally, we're going to make sure all these guys are connected up as well. So I believe there actually is a way. Oh yeah, there definitely is. I need liquid running through this though to do it. I want to separate these guys out because I don't need that. Well, this is what I can do then. Go ahead and take these guys. We're going to run them straight over. There we go. And now that's connected underneath. Perfect. And now I can still kind of go through and, well, no, maybe not access everything, but that's okay. So we will have all of our lava from here pouring into there. We will have lava being taken out from two different places, one from back over here and one from over there. And we will have a spare valve on that side, but that is just in case I need more geothermal generators or something like that. So the only thing now is we need more levers. Because remember, we do need to give a redstone signal to every one of these liquid ducts. So we're going to do that. We're going to get this running. We'll show lava coming on in. And we should be ready to go after that. You know what? Actually, I think I've got levers sitting in my canvas bag. I do. How about that? I put them in there just because I find I am always running out of levers. So, how to solve that? Throw them in your canvas bag where they're always going to be. So we'll go ahead and throw that on. Let's make sure that doesn't affect this machine. Yeah, let's make sure it doesn't redstone control. We're just gonna ignore a redstone signal, just so that that doesn't affect that. Yeah, so that should work for that one. And then we just need one right over here. Come on. There we go. Cool. So, Now all we need is to get lava flowing back through this system. And so we're going to just throw some cans in there. Do watch out if you do use these cans. They currently do not work for any liquids that a mod provides. So here in using them for lava and water is just fine. But things like liquid DNA and liquid ender pearl and liquid redstone and all that kind of fun stuff, they will not work with. So they will crash your game enormously, is what I've been told. That's actually something that I have not tried because I am having enough crashes as it is. So let's get this all started. We'll be able to see our tank filling up, and then I think we are going to wrap up this episode. I know it's going to be a little bit shorter of a one, simply because it is difficult for me to record at the moment. A lot of crashing going on. Yep, so we just need to flip you again. Oh, they're popping out all over the place. Okay. That's lovely. So I'm not in here, so this must be full. Oh, good. That means that when I crashed, they were all sitting in there. That's actually kind of handy. I can whack it with a crescent wrench. Crescent wrenches, however, can even move those guys, so you'd have to do that. Alright, so that is back running again, and it's got some cans to actually work with. So as long as we don't crash coming back through this portal, like we did last time, we should be good to go. Yeah, this is going to give us a really good backup full of lava, so I don't have to manage this whole lava thing very much anymore. Because we're going to have 2,000 buckets just sitting down there. And if need be, even more, because we've got lots of extra tank stuff. All I need to do is create some valves, which is pretty straightforward. But I did use up pretty much all of my iron doing this, so, you know, because I totally estimated wrong. There we go. We are getting lava flowing on in. Alright. Yep, see, we've already got a bucket of lava sitting in there. I think the only way for me to get in here is to come down. Too many cable links, enough. And I can't even get all the way in. But that is cool. Oop, there you can see it emptying. It's really, really awesome. And now, for these guys, we can tell lava to come out that way, and to come out that way. Oh, dang it. Yep, so we're draining, but this is what's really cool. This is going to make everything well worth it. We're going to have a tank. So beautiful, so beautiful. Now these guys are always going to work. This is the sweet life. So like I said, next episode, guys, we are going to be dealing with our giant cobble issue. We are going to be building some recyclers, and this is going to be a big step for us going towards our GraviChest, because it's going to build scrap, and scrap is an accelerant inside matter fabricators, and matter fabricators make UU matter, which we need for all of our solar panels, and we need it for all of our GravSuit stuff. So GravSuit is still a little, quite a ways out of our grasp at the moment, but it's definitely still awesome. So that will be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching, and have a great day. Bye.